Your Dock Brewing Company in Marquette has been hosting some of the big events and charitable causes in the area. On the 18th, they're going to be hosting their own big event, the second annual Festival of the Angry Bear. That's intriguing. This morning, Ashley Kirkland is at the Your Dock to learn more. Ashley?
Good morning, Vicki. For those craft beer lovers, you won't want to miss what's going on April 18th here at the Your Dock Brewing Company in Marquette. Right now, I'm with Nick Van Coort, who's the head brewer here. Nick, thanks so much for being here this morning.
Thanks for having us, yeah.
Now, what is the concept, the whole celebration of the Angry Bear about?
So really, it's sort of a festival to celebrate our barrel-aged beer program. Especially this beer here, the Angry Bear. That's a blended odd brewing. That is one of the beers we'll be featuring.
Yeah, and that's actually the namesake beer. What makes it so special?
So it's been barrel aged with special yeasts and bacteria to give it a complexity and acidity. It's actually going to be something that a red wine drinker might prefer, and it really doesn't have all that much in common with beer, in fact.
Okay, now you got your two helpers here, and they're going to actually extract the beer from there. What makes the barrel aged beer taste different or special in a sense?
Yeah, so a lot of things, So first of all, these are oak barrels, toasted oak barrels, so you get the barrel character, that oak flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the barrels having red wine in them prior, you get some of that flavor. And then there's the stuff we add. So this is a potential, blend barrel for an odd brewing. It's not in this year's odd brewing, but it's generally a way to get any other kind of thing, fruit, yeast, bacteria character that we want in a beer.
And you guys actually got these barrels from France?
These are French oak barrels. We have a lot of French oak barrels. We also have some Hungarian oak barrels. We also have some Minnesota oak barrels. So we have barrels from all different regions, in fact.
And you say the Angry Bear beer is actually for people that may not love beer, but they like the taste of wine.
Right. We get a lot of flavors, this really being a darker, fruitier beer and not having that hop bitterness and the crispness of a lot of beers. I've known a lot of people that don't like beer and like red wine, and they love a beer like this.
Yeah.
So hopefully that'll bring out some people that are willing to try.
Yeah, Sean's probably saying that describes me perfectly. Now, this event is for everyone. It's free to come to the event. Special things going on here. Talk to us about what's going to happen.
Yeah, so we have all sorts of bands. We have food from Das Steinhaus. It's going to start at 3 o'clock. It's going to go till midnight. We're going to have not just these barrel-aged beers, but we're going to have a lot of other beer. We're going to probably have about 15 selections, draft beer, cask ale, and barrel-aged beer. All to offer. So.
And you guys are going to set up a tent outside, so if you've never been to Oktoberfest, it's kind of like a rendition of that.
Right, our little mini Oktoberfest. Yeah, right here on Spring Street, so the street will be closed down. And yeah, most of the party will happen outside. But of course, we'll be inside. We'll have heaters in the tent, so people shouldn't be worried about being cold. It should be comfortable and fun.
That's important. There will be heaters in the tent.
Right.
And you say cash is king at this event.
Yeah, that's always easier, but come ready to do whatever you need to.
All right, thanks so much. We're going to be back. You're going to give me a history lesson. We've been talking about the Prohibition and how they crafted beers pre-Prohibition. We'll be back with that, Vicki. Ashley Kirkland reporting live in Marquette, TV6 News.
All right, thank you very much, Ashley.
Benefited from that event in history. Ashley Kirkland is live with the Brewers this morning with more on the history lesson for us. Good morning, Ashley.
No, you're good. Yeah, we're good.
Is the volume? Tell them to turn the volume. Tell me when to go. Well, Sam, beer has changed a lot in the 82 years since the Prohibition, and right now I'm back here with Nick Van Coort. Nick is the head brewer here at Your Dock Brewing Company. Now, Nick, talk to us about kind of how beer was drafted during the Prohibition versus now.
Yeah, so what we have here, Joe's going to pull a sample on the beer engine here.
Okay.
So what it is, instead of having pressure behind it like modern draft ale, the keg or cask isn't under pressure, and the beer is pulled from it by pumping it like Joe is right now, and you get a very different consistency in the beer, and you can see it cascading like you might see a Guinness do,
Right.
which is kind of a mimic of this old-fashioned way to do it. So this is what a beer would have been served like, pre-Prohibition and even after Prohibition for a while.
Okay, and so how do you guys serve it now? I see you have a different machinery over there.
So the modern way is by putting pressure on the carbonated beer, and then basically you pull that tap and it opens a valve and the beer is pushed out by force of pressure.
I see. Okay, and so the Prohibition was 82 years ago. So
Yeah.
83 years ago, you would have been sneaking. You would have had a speakeasy, wouldn't you?
Right, I guess so, yeah.
And you guys are going to. Is this going to be available during the event, the festival that you have?
Absolutely. We'll have draft ale, we'll have cask ale, we'll have ales on the beer engine. We will be every way we can deliver beer to you, we will have it.
And you'll give people a little history lesson and tell
yeah.
them kind of the history
course.
behind this.
Of course, yeah.
Okay. Talk to us again one more time about the event on April 18th. Where it's going to be?
Festival of the Angry Bear here on Spring Street, right in front of our brewery. We'll have the street closed down. We'll have bands. We'll have food. We'll have a lot of beer and hopefully a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. 15 different drafts that you guys are going to have.
Right. We'll have about 15 beers to choose from, so
Awesome.
I'm excited about that.
You seem excited, and you should be. Thanks so much for being here this morning with us. And
bet.
thanks so much for sticking around. Stick around for more of your TV6 Morning News.